Every project has a timeline, and some projects move faster than others. This is a story of a project that took almost 30 years to complete. In the late 1980s, the city of Pleasanton was outgrowing its corporation yard at the former wastewater treatment plant on Sunol Boulevard. A new facility would be needed if operations were to meet the need of the growing city, and it was the perfect opportunity to plan for a new, efficient, and well-thought-out facility. After a year of planning and construction, the new Operations Services Center opened for business in February of 1991. The buildings were cavernous compared to the old yard, and there was plenty of room to grow. But there were some issues in the support services building that needed to be resolved if we were to operate efficiently over the long run. The biggest issue was in the mechanics shop. All of the storage for the parts and materials were assigned to custodial services and none to the automotive repair operation. A temporary fix was worked out with recycled shelving and other hand-me-down storage solutions with the thought that we would correct this issue once everything settled down from the move. Well, fast forward 27 years, and the mechanics parts room was now in desperate need of a remodel. The fleet operations had tripled in size, and without an organized parts room, time was being wasted looking for parts we already owned but couldn't find. A project was designed to completely remodel the parts room in 2 phases. The first phase was to remove the chain link fence that separated the custodial supplies, move all of the custodial storage back 10 feet, and then construct a new 12-foot tall wall. The wall would be made of heavy-gauge steel studs with plywood as sheathing and then covered with fiberglass reinforced paneling as a finish. The plywood will allow heavy items to be attached to the walls without the need to use hollow wall anchors, and the FRP is easy to clean, highly reflective, and inexpensive to install. Phase 1 also included the design of the storage system for the new parts room. Cromer Equipment was selected to design and install all of the new storage for the room. As part of the design, every item in the shop was inventoried and accounted for, so we knew everything would have a place in the new room when it was complete. Phase 2 started by removing the rear chain link fence, all of the pallet racking on the custodial side, and all of the existing storage in the parts room. Once the space was cleared, the new wall was constructed and finished to match the one built in Phase 1. As soon as the wall was complete, the fire sprinklers were lowered to allow for a drop ceiling. The grid for the drop ceiling was installed, and new LED lighting was dropped in. Once the lighting was finished, the insulation and tiles were added, and the room was complete and ready for shelving. The shelving and related materials arrived on 14 pallets, and the Cromer crew quickly set to work installing all of the materials. Three days of installation in total, and the room was now complete. All that remains is to stock the room and put it in service. We finally got to finish what we started 29 years ago.